Hey there guys, welcome to the Do Gaming Championship 2015. I'm Knoxville from Nav Gaming. Just cost Ventus Gaming as they took out DGC, knocking them into the lower bracket of the GSL group in Group D action. And you guys had a great game in the end, at least on the scorecard, but it didn't seem as easy as I think you guys would have liked.
No, it started off iffy. We went aggressive against them. We know that they don't like to play a late game orientated game, even though they did draft Tinker. So I planned to go aggressive against them. It didn't work out as well as we wanted to, but we pulled it off in the end.
Yes, pretty much MVP for Death Cookie, I think, in that game. Got out of control as a mid-Ember Spirit, despite a very hard laning stage. Did you at any stage consider sacrificing the aggro tri-lane, leaving Pacifist out there, or maybe moving McFly into the off lane and then helping him out, getting some stacks? He had a hard time in mid lane, but he managed to recover. Did you at any stage think about changing your strategy, or were you committed to the aggro?
Yeah, so what it comes down to when you're playing against DGC, I mean, we play against them a lot. We know each other and they know us. Their plan is to get the lane 1 against Death Cookie. Anyone that knows our team knows that Death Cookie is an important player in our roster. So we give Death Cookie a hero he's comfortable with, he can win mid, and if I can force their supports to stay with their core, that means they can't go and help Death Cookie, beat Death Cookie. Basically that was the plan. And so we had wards in their jungle, we had a ward up for Ricardo, so we could see that he's going to be protected. And as you said, he snowballed, he won the game. MVP Ember Spirit. Wasn't as smooth as we wanted, but that was always my plan. Get Death Cookie farmed, give him a hero who's strong, and I just backed him to mechanically beat DGC.
Yeah, it really helped out that you had Doppler on your side playing that Winter Wyvern, able to, in a lot of team fights, save Death Cookie. Yeah, some really huge ultis. Very strong against the Tuskar especially. Did you counter pick that specifically for that matchup, or was it just one of the heroes that you feel comfortable with going into this tournament?
Oh, well, I usually play the Wyvern and I play the Ogre, so we sat with the decision of, are we going to pick Lich, are we going to pick Winter Wyvern? They had the Tuskar, but they had the Clockwork as well. I know Orestes plays Clockwork a lot, and Wyvern can fly out of cogs, so that's important. And then obviously, if you've got a Wyvern, you can't ball in as 2 or 3, because there's always running that risk of tanking a Wyvern ulti. So the Wyvern was a kind of a counter pick. It was never going to be anything else other than Wyvern or Lich, but the Wyvern worked out. I mean, you saw the effect it had on the BKBs. The fact that it goes through the BKB wearer was probably clutch in those games against the Clinks.
So your next game is Bravado Emotion, kind of the Titans of South African Dota, yeah. But they are seeded 4th in Group D. Do you think that's a little bit unlucky for you, or do you think that you don't care, you just want to play them, get it over and done with, whether you win or lose? If you win, you're through. If you lose, you have one more game to win and you're through. So do you feel confident either way?
Yeah, look, Bravado's been the top team in South Africa for a good 2-3 years now, so I wouldn't say that we're going into the game expecting to lose, but we know that we've got a tough game on our hands, but it's also fun because we know that even though Bravado's in our group, we've just got to get past DGC. So we'll go into the game against Bravado, we'll give them a run, and we might have a tricky draft, maybe see what we can get done, and hopefully shut some of their guys down, give them a run, because other than us and DGC, those are the only games that they're going to be playing. TKC the first game, so if they play, once we play against them, hopefully might see an upset or 2.
Anyway, best of luck to CottonEyJoe here from Ventus Esports, and hopefully they either manage to pull a huge upset here against Bravado Emotion, or they return to either take out TNC or TKC or DGC if DGC come back. Here we are at the DGC, and until next time, cheers.